Lady Aglaya? What? Huh?
神々よ、ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再創期が間もなく訪れます。しかし、本当にそうでしょうか。
最近エルシオンの景色がまぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。
最後の一人になったとしても再創生の偉業を成し遂げてください。
新世界は必ず訪れる。
Whoa. It's not the VA issues. It's in JP because of Archer and Saber. Oh my god.
とあなたが私のマスターか。燃えたて騎士の魂よ。暴風よ、舞い上がれ。
She looks so good.
もう少し手応えがあると思ったね。
Whoa.
機は熟した。逃げ場はない。
Oh my god.
ジャークを打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
汝は開白の黎明が訪れるまで灼熱の太陽を背負い続ける。
死者を花から呼び出して殺し合わせ。
Dude, that's Lancer.
手に入れるのか。行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
キノコに伝説はあれど英雄はいないと。
Saber versus Archer?
壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって来世に暁を。
Oh my god. Hold on. Chat. What the fuck was that last? Did you guys see that?
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって。
Dude, he looks insane. I have no clue why the quality is like that. Oh my god. Kevin Caslara is back, like how? Fine Gamesh. Dude, look at him. What's going to happen in this patch? I'm so scared. And Saber looks so good. I'm very happy. Can someone write down this code, chat, please, in the chat, because I feel like by the time I log in, no, it will be gone. Okay. FT. Oh. What? Whoa.
Hey, Mr. Albert?
Hello.
He's glitching out.
Woo! And whether or not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm PHAINON. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of you again. Did you miss me?
Oh, of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
Yes.
The burning sky and the fall of dawn. Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our Chrysosaur companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and PHAINON. so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
We already found out the truth, so what do a few sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like FHAINON is gonna go through a lot.
Yeah,
I saw
and
a few things that
change.
looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoreus is about to reveal itself. I assume
gonna
everyone
be
can
so
already
good.
tell that all that's happened in Amphoreus is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoreus and lay out our suspicions and clues we have.
Ooh.
First, at the end of the 3.3 story,
Damn, they're doing a
geniuses
recap.
reveal that the source of Amphoreus' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that
Yes,
survived this
yes.
day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious. He and FHAINON had a pretty significant conversation in the Vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphoreus is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphoreus is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's Era Nova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Era Nova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphoreus. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Era Nova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Era Nova...
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to FHAINON and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers won't betray the sincerity you've shown them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphoreus. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about FHAINON. That FHAINON we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Yes.
Maybe that FHAINON isn't the one we're all familiar with.
What?
Oh,
But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4.
What? What does that
Actually
mean?
got some other information to reveal to you.
What
Okay.
kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoreus' true nature.
before, as I've written, was like a storybook.
Yeah.
Keeping record of our friends' stories. Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphoreus' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in
Long-awaited
version
skip
3.4.
dialogue. Okay. Okay.
Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences. In version 3.6, there'll also be a story recap function. Stay tuned! But of course, as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh.
Whoa.
You mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphoreus and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains
Yes!
a very important part of the story in version 3.4.
Yes.
Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song.
Oh my god, a song!
Don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Next, why don't we turn our attention to our good friend PHAINON and take a look at his story together.
Did he just... Oh my... Yeah, he looks like the sustainer. Oh my god. Is that his skill?
What in the world happened to PHAINON to make him change this much?
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know. Now he seems strange and formidable.
Oh, could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphoreus. PHAINON was one of the first Chrysosaurs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, PHAINON carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success, by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing PHAINON to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer of Amphoreus. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was PHAINON like before he joined the Flame Chase journey?
Yeah.
Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small,
Yeah, this
remote
place,
village.
by the way, Ides
Nothing
Elysiae
flashy,
looks
but
like Liyue.
far away from the chaos.
Is that supposed to be a
Ooh,
coincidence?
Sounds like a real peaceful place.
It was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our, swordsmanship. When we got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. Lying there surrounded by
purple
golden
mem?
waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted
know.
scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what? you won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Fainon's past, how he became a warrior, joined the flame chase, and grew into
How are we going to the
person he
past
is
though?
today.
That's a good question.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
These days, Fainon just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphoreus needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main arc of
That's
this
true.
version,
We have the
even
Time
though
Titans
Fainon's
powers,
face is
right?
still
Makes
the
sense. Makes
same.
sense.
His whole vibe is shifting.
I'm wondering, like, what
His
part of the
gaze is
story
now
is that
sharp
going
and
to be?
commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphoreus are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Fainon make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just
Yeah,
a
the
forge for an
chimeras are
even
so
brighter
cute.
soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Fainon performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Fainon can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Fainon will deal even more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Fainon powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action while he faces the enemy head-on with
There is a
newfound
separate
strength.
UI for.
All alone? That sounds way too risky.
No worries. All the talents and buffs from Fainon's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up
Whoa.
the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
What are those
Heads up.
animations?
The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up,
He
Fainon
feels like
will
an
unleash
anniversary
one
unit.
final
Flings a
blow, hitting
planet.
all enemies before removing the territory. Fainon's technique is pretty unique.
And then
too.
just goes
Upon
back to
casting,
being a cutie.
Fainon instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait, all enemies? That's nuts.
Of course, power comes with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Fainon's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
Yeah, I saw
When I use
that.
my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy
Acheron
for my
power
teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
All right, now that we've wrapped up Fainon's combat abilities, it's time to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces. In version 3.4, Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jingliu are all getting some serious enhancements.
Let's go! Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with Silver Wolf. After the optimizations,
Are we
her
still
ultimate
strong for
now
Saber?
lowers
I
the
am. I
defense
have
of
enough pulls
all
to get
enemies
everyone.
instead of just one.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top of that, Silver Wolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After the update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You
Oh.
can switch between our friends' ability modes freely.
Damn.
So choose whichever version you
We
like
can
best.
choose both.
For more details, be sure to keep an eye out for official announcements.
Sounds good.
Interesting.
Aside from the
Interesting.
ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
A new outfit. Look at that.
Skin?
Ooh, let's take a look at the
Is
video
it
clip
paid
first.
for?
With her school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest, you can tell she put a
Paid,
lot
paid.
of
They
thought
said
into
oneric.
picking it
Yeah,
out.
it's quite
Maybe she even
plain.
asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an eye for style. Used to
It's
talk
like
a
she
lot
looks
about it behind the
cute,
scenes.
but that's about it.
Even her mech's had a makeover.
I don't know why it's white.
I think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes.
Oh,
Infinity.
totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent.
It's not free. It's written
You'll be
obtained
able to
with
grab Firefly's new
oneric
look from the
shards.
contract shop using oniric shards.
Not
And again,
free.
please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners. In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character PHAINON. And the limited 5-star light cone, thus burns the dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page, is being added to the first half banner. At the same time, we'll also kick off a
Trippy.
special warp event.
This is
The limited
good
5-star
because I
character
get time to save for
Phoebe,
Mighty.
Sunday, and Sparkle are coming back. Plus, 5-star light cones if time were a flower, a grounded ascent, and earthly escapade will return as well. In the second half of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events.
Oh.
Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star Lycoons. Where about should dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
Two of our newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version.
Blade getting a
Kafka
banner was
and
not
Silverwolf.
something I thought would happen.
Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5. And the limited 5-star Lycoons, Patience is All You Need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
Nice.
Imagine losing Blade 50, but you get him anyway.
4-star
Exactly.
Lycoons will be added to the Nameless Honor Rewards
Whoa,
in
whoa.
version 3.4.
I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones. There are a few mini versions of Chrysos heirs.
Looks like PHAINON really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
Whew. All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
Okay. Thank you for the follow, Rain. He looks so cool. But how are they going to explain all of this? I'm wondering, like, 7 banners with 6 reruns, yeah, and Fate Call. Oh.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the events in this version. A piece of good news comes from Penacony. At the other
They haven't
end
even
of
mentioned the
cosmos.
Fate. No, they haven't
Honkai
even
Bird
talked about
Class
it yet.
is about to return in version 3.4.
Is that the Cute Match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote this arcade game full of Penaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazer's Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves.
The funny thing
You can
about the
eliminate
Firefly
4
skin
more
is you
fruits
can't
to
even
form
see it in
bombs
comp.
and obtain extra moves.
True,
You
because
can
she's
also
gonna be
get extra
sad
moves when
all
you
the
swap
time.
2 super
That's
bombs to
true.
trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Class will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
All right, let us continue with more version content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns as usual in version 3.4.
Nice.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return. Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for wind characters upon completing the challenge.
At the same time, The planar ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and Revelry by the Sea will also come online. Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Ah, why did my seat collapse?
So cute.
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-Light exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
That's right. We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkaistarrail will be joining Anime Expo this July.
Whoa.
Come visit the Starrail booth and claim free limited gifts.
A special panel for Honkaistarrail will also be held at Anime Expo,
Oh.
featuring several special guests.
Please
Mighty
keep an eye out for more
and
info and
Finance
official
VA.
announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see. We're almost out of time. We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
You seem mighty busy, Owlbert.
Well, I am a professional superhost.
What's going on?
Whoa, whoa.
Goodness, Albert.
That's a summoning circle from Fate.
It's not my time yet.
It's the Fate part of the event
the
now.
concept of a holy grail. Welcome to the live stage of the Honkaistarrail and Fate's Day Night Unlimited Blade Works COLLAB special program.
This is very
Ah,
exciting.
long time no see, everyone. I'm a venturine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boothill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
The kids.
Oh, son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
The music
Sounds like
is
the Holy
so
Grail
good.
War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but I have no idea where old Odie got his Holy Grail from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here.
They're gonna
It's
give
said
Fate
that the
intro.
Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle. And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort. How are they going to attract tourists if they don't have any events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely going to want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
The music
I
is
heard that
so
old
good.
Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams
Yes,
and the
I will
Holy
do the
Grail
Fate
War
event.
program will be conducted
Looks like it's
in
gonna be a
Penacony.
story, at least
The
from the
7
trailer,
invited
right?
Participants will
So
summon
I'm gonna
famous
do it.
historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true.
I saw
Well, that's
Lancer,
definitely
dude, in
nice
this. So it's
gimmicks.
not just
But,
like maybe they'll have
as
an
we all
NPC
know, people
from the Fate
die
universe.
if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate. So, if someone gets caught in the crossfire.
Rest assured,
That's a
everyone,
quote.
the
That's a really
Sweet
funny
Dreams and
meme
the Holy
quote
Grail War production
that he
crew
just said. Hold on.
Mission and
Right alongside them as their servants.
Hear
And the
this,
final
okay?
winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate. So, if someone gets caught.
It's a very
crossfire,
iconic line
Rest
from the
assured,
Fate universe.
everyone, the Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right, all right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Penacone Superstar, the Soul Glad Festivity, our dear Trailblazer will be participating.
Oh, so the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
Well, as another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boothill will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boothill really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by
Saber,
the Grail
Archer, and
Summon
Lancer.
and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber, Archer, and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about.
They didn't show
Now, which
Lancer,
heroic
but he
spirit
was
will
in
end
the
up
trailer.
accepting a
I
contract
spied.
with Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams
Oh, I
and
love
the
that
Holy Grail
art.
War, and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkaistarrail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, will officially start on July 11th.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for it.
So we'll do the quest on the day the patch
Let's learn
drops,
more
and we'll
about
do this on
Saber and
11th.
Archer, our 2 heroic spirits from another world.
Oh,
Oh,
yes!
Saber's dress seems a little
No English voice
different
actor,
from
no?
usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all.
I love the
You
music.
gotta dress up for the occasion.
Exactly right. The King of Knight's new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains their iconic blue and white colors.
And her iconic ahoge.
That's right.
Outfit's so
It
good.
retains the nobility
God.
of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
She's so cute.
騎士の魂よはっトライクエア
Oh.
クイズカイバー経験解放
They got it so right.
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
And her sword is even
Talk
invisible,
about
right?
Fancy visuals.
And
Perfect.
how come the King
Lower
of
accurate
Knights
saber.
is always stuffing her face? even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
She likes all
That's right.
food.
You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever.
I
in this
love
move.
what they've done with the
I
sword.
see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Ah. In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack into Enhanced Basic Attack. Her Enhanced Basic Attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
Ah. So if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
Damn.
That's right. Not only does this sword bear the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. Whew. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Ooh.
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi.
He looks
It
good.
has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrast, reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench
The
coat
music
with
is
skin-tight
so
combat
reminiscent
gear
of Fate.
emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right. Director, show us the game footage already.
His in-game model looks... What?
I am the bone of my soul.
Oh my god.
Unlimited blade works.
Oh, so that's unlimited blade
I can't
works?
believe we just heard. That was his skill.
Impressive.
Look at it. Look at the skill, okay? That's insane. And this is a free character. He said the thing, I know.
I am the bone of my soul.
Oh my ears, I'm blessed.
Unlimited blade works.
What a time to be alive. Oh my god.
Oh, so that's unlimited blade works? Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
Free unit.
I agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following
His
the path of the
in-game, like his
When
face
he
is a bit
uses his
wonky
basic
though.
attack,
I
Archer
have to
can deal
say.
damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill.
Oh.
And he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Heads up. The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer deals to enemies. After all,
What?
everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter who can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate unlimited blade wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from
His
damaging the
ultimate
enemy,
is so
Archer's
beautiful.
ultimate
Oh
also
my
grants
God.
him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have big news for everyone. From when the COLLAB event starts on July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star
This
COLLAB
is
character
really cool,
Archer
though.
for free!
Oh,
Nice.
awesome!
We hope that, under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
You don't play Starrail before
How about
Saber, you
that?
start playing
The
him.
free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free.
One more?
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet. Besides claiming Archer for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials.
Nobody can
for
beat them
Archer.
in the free
Wow,
character.
How thoughtful.
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters to level up after all.
All right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the COLLAB starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited
look at
5-star
his Light Cone. Oh, he
Thankless
looks so good.
Coronation
He
From
looks so
Birth
good.
of a King, and the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn, from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long-term after the event starts.
Does long term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones?
Exactly.
What?
These collab banners will run across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
Whoa, did you hear that, chat?
Versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still.
Wait.
But neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long-term after the event starts.
Does long term mean
Unlimited
even
banners,
after
apparently.
versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones?
Exactly. These collab banners will run across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
Nice.
And
Unlimited
here's
banner
one more
works.
piece of news for you all.
One more piece of
Throughout
news,
the
okay?
entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend a designated number of Star Rail special passes,
Okay.
they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn.
Throughout all of version 3.4.
So if we spend enough, we
In
get
other
him,
words,
we
after
get his
the
Light Cone for
3.4
free
update
also.
And before the collab event starts,
If you
any-
spend 200 Starrail passes on the Saber banner, then you get him for free.
Starrail special passes used in the banners for PHAINON or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Oh my god, any warp.
Now,
So even if I've spent it on Finance banner or Saber's banner, I'm gonna get, oh my god. Oh, so I'm gonna get Archer for free and his 5-star Lycon. Wow.
the collab kicks off.
This
The
is
voice
the
actors
best
for
thing they've
Saber and
done.
Archer
This is
have some
insane.
things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear their special message.
I should. Oh
これ
my
からマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカズメヤコです。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品にはどこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は、厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニーで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Alright! Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkaistarrail and Face Night Unlimited Bladeworks collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Nasu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most fearless beauty of them all.
Ah, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the scenes in the
Argentine.
Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now, the Grail can load the simulated data of past striders through the user's memories. So in Fate Stay Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense 1v1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them. The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail war, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle.
Damn, that's Castor's rule breaker.
During combat, Trailblazers
This
can
is
have
so-
the chance to get 3 command spells.
This is so
Using
good.
these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
Ah, this Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics. The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Ah, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkaistarrail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome!
Oh,
So
yes.
much content!
All right. Big thanks again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate COLLAB update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Is that it? Yeah, that is it. Wow.
You too. It's my birthday.
That is it. Oh my god. There's so much that we learned. I just want to watch the trailer again once, chat. Okay, they put out the trailer. Because I feel like we might have missed some stuff. I don't know why the live stream's quality is like that. I have no clue. Well, why is it in Chinese, English? Yo, is there no English subtitles? There's no way, right, chat? Hold on. Nobody's even talking about it. I guess we just auto-translate it. This is auto-generated. Wait, how do I auto-translate it though? Okay, that. Okay, auto-translate to English. Okay.
ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再創期が間もなく訪れます。
Okay.
本当にそうでしょうか。
最近 エルシオンの景色がまぶたの裏をよぎる。
Oh, did you see this?
エルシオンの景
Sarini.
色がまぶたの裏をよぎるんだ。
最後の一人になったとしても最後の裏をよぎるんだ。最後の一人に
Even if you are alone. Huh.
再創生の偉業を成し
The
遂げ
great feat of recreation.
必ず訪れる。黎明を灯す。星々を燃やし尽くす。そこを燃やす。星々を燃やし尽くす。
He ripped it out of his chest.
第1回キノコに聖杯戦争開幕。
とあなたが私のマスターか。燃えたて騎士の魂よ。暴風よ舞い上がれ。
もう少し手応えがあると思ったのね。機は熟した。逃げ場はない。
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
See this guy. You can see a lancer. You can see the lancer here. But I'm guessing he's an NPC. He has a different outfit. This is not the outfit he wears in the story either. Whoa! Oh my god!
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
He cut off Lygas's head. Oh my god. What the? And the flame reavers showing up. He's gonna fight himself. Literally, he's gonna fight himself. Crazy. See, a better shot of Lancer as well. Hold on. Woo! Oh my god. That was Flame Reaver's mask. I wonder what looks like. You know what he looks like on the inside. I saw. This is what I wanted to see. See who he's stabbing. Who is that? I literally cannot make out who that is. Is that Cyrene? It's so difficult to understand who that is. I literally cannot see, right? Even this part is so weird. See, look at him walk in. And everything's like changing. See, the entire vortex is coming off. He becomes a god, literally. Oh my god. Whew. So good. So good, chat. Insane. Anyway, thank you for watching, chat. I'm gonna stop stream. I have to upload all this onto YouTube. And I will see you